I'm a remote viewer. I just want to start with that, saying that all of the information I have, I don't get from news articles. I don't watch docuseries. I just remote view, and whatever I pick up on is what I gain access to, right? And I always like to say, take it or leave it. So with these UFO UAP drones, when I was remote viewing what was happening in New Jersey, it's really clear that this is government. This is not extraterrestrial. I did not see what I usually see with real UFOs or extraterrestrial craft. It was very clearly government oriented and probably deep state government. And then when I went a little bit deeper into what these devices or these things are, it's clear that they're being deployed from the military bases, right? So that's the reason why they're around.
Mm.
And there's a couple of other extra kind of tidbits of information. One is it seems like there's some sort of device that's attached to these machines or these drones, and it seems like it's a scanning device. I don't know too much about, what these sort of technologies or devices could be, but it looks like it's able to scan, and I don't know what they're looking for, right? So that's like part of it. I think that the intention behind what they're doing is there's a couple of different intentions here. One, I think they're maybe testing out the technology for some other type of use later down the line. Not sure what that use was. I wasn't able to pick up on that clearly. And then two, I think that there is a little bit of a testing when it comes down to the reaction or response from people. This is why we are only seeing them at night. I think that they want to avoid a lot of the commotion. And I also, how would people respond to real UFOs in the sky? So yeah, that's sort of what's going on. It's definitely not extraterrestrial. I think that there are real UFOs being caught on camera as well to just sort of mix it in there, but they're sort of always around.
Right.
But these ones in particular, they're definitely government or deep state technology that they're deploying.
That's interesting because the government has announced that there are UFOs coming out of the water, right? I saw some press release about that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's been happening for quite some time. So I do believe there are extraterrestrial bases in the oceans, and there's nothing really special about them other than the fact that that's a space that there's not a whole lot of humans, so they
Right.
get to sort of hide themselves a lot better down there.
So they must have some technology where they can breathe down there.
Well, it's more like a dome. It's more like a bubble.
Oh,
like
got
a
it.
dome.
So like
Yeah.
SpongeBob, Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, let's go. So the government has their hands on this stuff, though, for sure, this technology.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, they've been reverse engineering UFO craft for quite some time now.
So they just figured out how to make it on their own, you think? Or you think they kind of just stole some and...
Yeah, I think that they've taken some equipment, and I think that they're in the works with some extraterrestrials to honestly, exchange human beings for abduction and experimental research with the extraterrestrials for their technology. So I think that there is sort of, there are contracts that are being had between governments and extraterrestrials.
Wow, contracts, like spiritual contracts or...
No, like physical contracts saying if one of them anyway with the tall whites, essentially it's about 30,000 individuals that they're able to abduct per year in exchange for their technology.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And what do you think they want to do with the abductions? Because they're sending them back, right?
Yeah, they're sending them back. So, I mean, I don't, and this is the unfortunate part, I don't think that the government really cares what the extraterrestrials are doing with the humans. Maybe as long as there's no loss of life, it's okay. So, and there's many different reasons why extraterrestrials or aliens are abducting humans. Each species has their own sort of reasons and intentions behind it.
Right. Do you think they're targeted abductions like yours was, or do you think most of them are random?
I think most of them are random. I think some of them do come through sort of a lineage of like family. It's like, oh, if your mom got abducted and your grandma got abducted, then you're next in line sort of thing. And I think that there's some more spiritual contracts related to that, but I haven't dug too deep into it.
And it seems like some of the alien species have memory wiping techniques, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, most of them do.
That's crazy. So you come back and you just thought it was a bad dream or something.
Yeah. Usually there are like signs and symptoms that you've been abducted. Like for me anyway, it usually feels like waking up and you literally feel like you've been drugged. You're like, whoa, did I just take a ton of melatonin last night? Like what happened?
Damn.
And then there's other like very strange sort of symptoms that you've been abducted. Like your clothes are on backwards, or your socks are on the wrong foot or whatever.
Wow.
I usually have like mismatched socks, so it's like usually easy to tell. But yeah, and so there's definitely and then there's also like radiation poisoning as well. So anytime I get abducted, I usually get nosebleeds, like pretty heavy nosebleeds.
That's interesting.
Which is part of it. Yeah.
Because of the specific spot you just get radiation poisoning.
Yeah, so the ships have a high amount of radiation, and so whenever you get abducted, you do get exposed to a certain amount of that. And one of the immediate reactions of radiation, kind of poisoning, is nosebleeds.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Some people get nosebleeds often, so I wonder if there's a link to that.
Yeah, I had nosebleeds all the time as a kid.
Dang, that is crazy.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.